Yeah. 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 Mystic Matt turned fives to stacks. Harley King bets rolling like tracks. Doubters gonna hate, but the cheddar's fat. UFC nights turning pennies to racks. Spread too wide, Vegas holding the breath. Pots and parlays betting like nothing left. Pull the underdog moves like a chess grandmaster. Break the bank, they'll respect you faster. Cheddar change, mystic rearrange. Dollar bills from change, bets ain't strange. Critics might scoff, they don't know the range. Mystic Matt cashing in, pocket feels strange. $5, $10, pocket rocket. Fight night knowledge, stacking thicket. Vegas odds shaking, they can pick it. Mystic Matt, every winner ticket. Cash coming in, steady river flow. Count it out, often doubters laying low. Parlay stacked, high pro, gamma show. Mystic's foresight, bets overflow. Cheddar change, mystic rearrange. Dollar bills from change, bets ain't strange. Critics might scoff, they don't know the range. Mystic Matt cashing in, pocket feels strange.
Oh, shouldn't have left that out on the screen. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Change to Cheddar here on the Golden Octagon, my Friday post-weigh-in bet show here on UFC Fight Weeks. We're going to go through every single fight on the card. I'm going to give you my final reads and predictions as we look through the weigh-ins and the face-offs. Give you my final thoughts on each one of the fights. We're going to go through every single one of those. Midway through the show, I'm going to give you my parlays this week, what I could try to cook up, because this one's a rough one, y'all. not gonna try to take it easy. This fight card is terrible, but you know where I'm a degenerate. If you're watching this and you watch this every week, I'm pretty sure you're a degenerate as well. So hoping the best of luck to us this weekend. But then so that's midway through the show, and then we're gonna do the members only predict the fight game at the end of the show. I'm going to show you the prize. Once again, I try to find cards of people fighting, so I did my best. I actually went in my personal collection and got a card out of there for the big card this week. But yeah, that's at the end of the show. But with that being said, I appreciate you for stopping by and hanging out with me, Matt, here tonight on the Golden Octagon. If you don't mind, hit a thumbs up button for your boy. If you don't mind. Yeah, I already said that. And let's get into the chat real quick and see what y'all have to say. We got Austin in here. What's up, everyone? Happy Golden Friday indeed. Thank goodness it's Friday, Austin. I need it. We got Lush Low, man. Good to see you back in here, Lush. I had to reach out to you. Kind of had me worried. Like, you're my guy. You helped me out a lot. So not seeing you in here, I just wanted to make sure everything was all right, Lush. So good to see you back in here, brother. I truly appreciate you stopping by tonight, my guy. Saving my change for next weekend. Here to support the homies. Makes sense, Riley. Makes sense, brother. We got Daniel Aker in here with the LFG, the Cheddar. We got Randy Poppy. What's up, Matt? What's up, boys? How you doing tonight, Randy? Glad you're able to make it, brother. We got Tim. Tim to put 100 on Carolina Maverick. Gibson Garcia 4-leg money line. We'll find out. We'll find out, Tim. If you do, yeah, good luck on that. I'll let you know my thoughts as we get through it. So with that being said, we got Riley with the Lush and the heart. Indeed. Yeah, glad to see Lush back in here. So with that being said, let's get the banner up on the screen. And then we'll just get into it. So I was prepared tonight, you guys, believe it or not. So watch this. I even made a new little thing there where you can see me and the little what's it called there, the headline along with the fight tab. So we're going to get into it with the first fights of the night. Let me get the fights pulled up here because I'm always slacking at some point. Not like nothing's going to be perfect 100% over here because that's just how it works. All right. First fight of the night going to be none other than Thomas the Train Peterson taking on Muhammad the Motor Usman. Yeah, Thomas Peterson just looks fat. I'm not, not going to try to sugarcoat fat. And Muhammad Usman is in good shape, but I believe he could probably make 205. Yeah, when they face off, I believe the stats had Muhammad Usman being the taller guy by an inch or so, and when they actually face off, yeah, I think Muhammad Usman lies about his height because he is clearly the shorter man here. Looks to be the smaller man of the two. He does have more muscles, but I'm going to be honest, Muhammad Usman not really a good fighter. He's a big fighter, and for heavyweight, I guess he's good enough to be in the UFC. But truly, that's about it. So currently odds for this fight, minus 120 Muhammad Usman, Thomas Peterson plus 102. Yeah, I personally like Thomas Peterson to win this fight as the dog right now. Thomas Peterson plus 102. And this fight probably goes to decision. Thomas Peterson to win this fight via points on FanDuel right now is plus 240. I don't hate that, but yeah. I am picking Thomas Peterson to win this fight via decision. But, let's not pretend this is the best fight in the world, and I'm ready to be wrong on that one. Moving on to the next one, we've got the terrible-looking Lucy Pudilova. She looks like absolute death up there on the scale today. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I feel bad for her, but, that's what happens when you have a rough weight cut. Lucy Pudilova going to be taking on the exact opposite, Luana Carolina. Look how much of a good mood Luana Carolina is in there today. As they face off, Luana Carolina looks to be maybe a smidge taller than Lucy, but overall the same height. But I don't know how to say this. I think like the Lucy Pudilova is just... She looks so fragile. I just feel like she could one of her arms could just be broken at just any point. This is in the pick champ for this week as well with me and D Rose. I'm going Luana Carolina. I did pick her to win, or I was going to say she should win this fight via decision, but Lucy just looks bad. So Luana Carolina money line right now minus 116. Lucy Pudilova still minus 102. So it's practically even still. Give me Luana Carolina to win this fight money line, just because Lucy Pudilova just looks terrible on the scale, and she was originally, and Luana Carolina was originally my lean earlier in the week just because of the terrible MMA math that I did earlier on the podcast. But yeah, Luana Carolina to win this fight via decision. And for those odds, Luana Carolina decision, which is probably the most expected thing to have, it is plus 145. So you should just probably bet Luana Carolina money line. I wouldn't risk it. This guy was weird today. Let me come back in here, see if you guys have anything to say about the first two fights. We've got Tim saying Carolina looks ready. Indeed, she does look. She looks ready to go, man. Looks happy. The exact opposite of Lucy Pudilova. But anyway, we've got Trey Ogden up there. And I wish I could show you guys the weigh-in video this morning. He just looked weird. I don't know. Like, Trey Ogden's an odd character. Like, he's a good fighter, but I don't know. Something just looked a little off with Trey Ogden this morning. If you get a little chance after the change of Cheddar chat tonight, just go watch the weigh-ins. I don't know if you'll see it on the actual like the UFC weigh-ins, but I think if you look on like the MMA Junkie weigh-ins or like the Full Send weigh-ins, like you can see him like walk up, and he's just, I don't know. There's something weird about Trey Ogden this week. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he looked okay, just acting really weird in my opinion. He is going to be fighting the Jaguar, Paul. His name is Luik Radzhabov. Yeah. When they face off, they size up pretty good. Like, I guess individually, like when I saw them like fucking weigh in, I guess I thought like Trey Ogden was going to have like a pretty big height advantage. And he really doesn't. And Luik absolutely fucking jacked, or in Jake Paul's words, because I've been seeing that all day today. I don't know how I can get Jake Paul out of my feed. I don't care. Absolutely dialed is Luik Radzhabov. I did pick him earlier in the week, and I believe D Rose went Trey Ogden, but this isn't for the pick champ though. Yeah, give me Luik Radzhabov. Yeah, something feels weird about this fight. I think Luik Radzhabov is going to knock out Trey Ogden. Trey Ogden acting weird. I don't know what it is. Doesn't seem right in my opinion. But Luik Radzhabov, let's say round 2 knockout over Trey Ogden. Yeah, so let's come back in here, see if you guys have anything to say about Ogden versus Radzhabov. If not, we'll move on to the biggest favorite on the card and one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. Not this one though. She is, or this fighter is Deanna Barbosa, and she is going to be taking on none other than Miranda Fear the Maverick. Yeah, I was supposed to wear my girlfriend's Miranda Maverick shirt that she put out for me, but I absolutely forgot. So sorry, babe, if you watch this, or you're in there sleeping right now, so I know you're not watching this. If you watch this back tomorrow in the occasion that you might make a bet. Sorry I didn't wear your shirt, but we've got Miranda Fear the Maverick here. Yeah. And I personally thought Deanna Barbosa was going to be, I think, a lot taller. And once again, there's not that much of a difference. And you guys, like, I'm not trying to, like, how do I say that? Like, I expected Deanna to be, I don't know, like a good bit taller, because when I met Miranda Maverick, she was not the biggest girl in the world. Like, she was rather small. Like, just to give you guys a little like perspective, I'm like 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere around there, and like she was a lot shorter than me. So she is like a really tiny girl. Don't get me wrong, she is absolutely jacked, so muscled, but knowing that she's a small girl, and also knowing that like the other girl like she's fighting is going to be around the same size right now, I 100% got to go with my girl Miranda Maverick. Currently, odds for this fight is, or I didn't give you guys odds for Luik versus Trey Ogden. Sorry. Like Luik Radzhabov minus 116, Trey Ogden minus 102. If you want Luik Radzhabov via KO, that is plus 420. Not the worst odds in the world, to be honest. But this fight, Miranda Maverick minus 225, Deanna Barbosa plus 188. I like Miranda Maverick 3 or decision, just to cover yourself, because you know, she does have a few finishes in the 3rd round there. So Miranda Maverick minus 140 or Miranda Maverick money line minus 225. I think that's your solid best plays on this fight right here. So we'll get the next one pulled up and see if you guys have anything to say about that one. Let's see here. We've got that shot kind of scares me. Should be an interesting fight. Yeah. Probably, I'm not sure if you're talking about Trey Ogden or Miranda Maverick, but it's okay. All right, so we'll move on to the next fight, being Cody Gibson taking on Brian Boom Kelleher. And just as I was saying about Trey Ogden acting weird, another person acting weird, Brian Kelleher. And you know, he had the neck spine surgery, you know, happen before he fought Cody Garbrandt, and he just didn't look good in that fight at all, like, to be honest. And the second he got hit like one solid time, he went to the ground and was like, hey, that's enough. Like, it's almost like the durability of Brian Boom Kelleher just isn't there anymore. But at the same time, it's kind of hard. He's only losing to really good fighters. Currently, odds for this fight, plus 168 for Brian Kelleher, minus 200 for Cody Gibson. Yeah, Cody Gibson going to be a good 3 to 4 inches taller than Brian Kelleher. Wouldn't look him in the eyes or anything up there in the weigh-in, so that was also kind of weird. Yeah, this is another one. If you get a chance, just go back and watch Brian Kelleher, the weigh-in video like this morning of him walking to the scale, of him standing there on the scale, and then like walking off. It just he just looks odd, like very stiff. I don't see Brian Kelleher winning this fight, but I also don't really see Cody Gibson finishing this fight early either. So probably one of my favorite props on the card, probably going to be Cody Gibson to win this fight 3 or decision. And that is currently plus 200. So I don't mind that Cody Gibson 3 or decision at plus 200. Cody Gibson money line minus 200, but yeah, Cody Gibson probably going to win this fight. So move on to the next one. Hyder Emil was doing the little love symbols up there, shaking his hand, but couldn't get a solid photo. But he is up there looking shredded. Hyder Emil taking on YouTube home. What is that? Taking on Jiyoung Lee or Jiyoung Yang Lee. Jiyoung Yang Lee. That is what it is. I believe that's the Korean Tiger. This is the guy that looks like he I don't know, he tans his body and just not his face. He has a whole different face color than a body color, like a bodybuilder. I don't know. It just looks weird. But yeah, when they face off, Hyder Emil versus Jiyoung Yang Lee, I guess they size up pretty much about the size that I thought they were going to. Hyder Emil is like a short, stocky guy, where Jiyoung Lee is kind of this. I don't want to say too long. He's just a pretty well-sized 145er, to be honest. Pretty tall though. That's the thing. But yeah, I think I'm against everyone on this fight this week. I've seen a lot of people for sure going Jiyoung Yang Lee this week. Currently, odds for this fight are going to be minus 196 for Jiyoung Yang Lee, and Hyder Emil is plus 164. Yeah, I love the way Hyder Emil fights. He just comes forward and throws punches. And if you can't take what he has, then you're going to fold. I mean, Fernie Garcia had never been finished, and he fought in a lot of finishers. And in his last fight, Hyder Emil went in there and absolutely beat the shit out of Fernie Garcia. I believe it was the first round. So, and a hair in my mouth. Yeah. So with that being said, I got to go with him to do it again, especially against a unproven Korean prospect. I saw him demolish Fernie Garcia in less than a round and a half. So that being said, give me Hyder Emil as the dog to do the same thing. Hyder Emil's currently the dog, so plus 164. But I like him to win in round 1 or 2, or even knockout round 1 or 2. So Hyder Emil to win in round 1 or 2 is plus 440. But I personally like him to win knockout round 1 or 2. This is one where I could be dead wrong on, and it's okay. We'll find out. Hyder Emil knockout round 1 or 2 is plus 550. That's what I'm riding with. Let's go Hyder Emil. So let's get the next one pulled up, Senior Perfecto, and see if you guys got anything to say about this one. Let's see. Tim not touching that one. Yeah, there's a lot of fights on here that probably shouldn't touch, to be honest. So up next, we've got Senior Perfecto, Bill Algeo, taking on the returning Korean Superboy, Doo-Ho Choi. I was watching, what is it? Like the Brett Akamoto, Ian Parker, he was calling him the Korean Wonder Boy the whole time. God, I love watching that show because I just feel like it's so easy to just pick against Ian Parker, and you're going to be all right. I'm scared sometimes when I find out that we're on the same side, to be honest. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Let's see if he's going to be right this week. But yeah, anyway. Bill Algeo going to be a little taller, but I guess not as tall as I kind of expected him to be a little bit taller than Doo-Ho Choi in this fight. This is another one that is for the pick champ this week, Doo-Ho Choi versus Bill Algeo. Bill Algeo is currently still the favorite at minus 174, Doo-Ho Choi plus 146. I just think for me, it's just activity. We haven't seen we see fucking Bill Algeo fight multiple times per year, and we just didn't see Doo-Ho Choi for a while. And then in his last fight, I guess not a lot of people rate Kyle Nelson to be that good. I personally don't. And, that fight was a little bit closer than it should have been. Doo Ho Choi should have won, but that headbutt point taken away shouldn't have happened. It is what it is. But, yeah, it just didn't look the best. Was he shaking the rust off, or is that how Doo Ho Choi looks now? He's a little bit older. He's not really a Korean super boy anymore. He's more of a Korean Superman, if you will. So, yeah, with that being said, give me the activity of Bill Algeo to win this fight, probably by decision. So Bill Algeo minus 174. Don't hate that. Bill Algeo via points plus 145. Don't hate that. Or Bill Algeo 3-or decision is plus 110. Don't hate that. I don't mind any of those, but give me Bill Algeo to win this point. Give me Bill Algeo, senior perfecto, to win this fight via points or decision, however you want to say it. Up next, we do have Bruno Silva taking on Cody Durden. And yeah, this is one where, I don't know, I might be getting a little convinced off of it this week. Yeah, I guess this is a weird fight. Let me see if you guys have anything to say about the last one. We got Randy Pappy. Man, this card is bad indeed. Hookset TV, Verna by sub is a lock. Maybe, but I don't really like betting on that fight, to be honest. Anyway, so Cody Durden taking on Bruno Silva. And yeah, this is one that has a little bit of backstory to it, because what I heard this week was that Cody Durden got offered this fight, and he was like, what? Or let me give you guys some more backstory. These guys train together at American Top Team. They are both in the 125 division. Cody Durden fights at like ATT, or trains out of ATT Atlanta the majority of the time, but he does spend time in Florida at that ATT. So he does train with and has trained with Bruno Silva. So when he got offered this fight, he was like, why are they offering me this fight? We train together all the time. I don't want to fight this dude. And the reply that he got from his manager was that, well, Bruno already accepted the fight. So Cody was like, what the hell? So it kind of, I don't know if it says anything or not, but was Cody trying to be nice and be like, hey, like, this is one of my guys. Like, I don't want to fight him? Or was it Bruno accepting the fight because he knew what happened in training? Cody was a little hesitant, saying, now that's my training partner. Or was Cody not going, full speed in training because you're training? You're not actually in a fight there. So, this one's the one that kind of makes me a little bit more hesitant to I guess, really parlay this one up, to be honest, because I picked Cody Durden to win this via points earlier in the week. But, man, if you ask me now, just hearing how the whole situation happened, just seeing how Cody Durden loses seeing how Cody Durden usually fucking loses when he does lose, and seeing how Bruno usually wins. It's just like, man, is it in the cards right now that Bruno Silva round 1, round 2 submission is highly likely? Let's see, currently odds for this fight: minus 102 Cody Durden, minus 116 Bruno Silva. So once again, I don't feel great about parlaying this fight up specifically, but I will be taking a shot at Bruno Silva by submission round 1 or 2. It is plus 600 currently. I do expect it to drop because, that's what happens. This one's hard to call. It's either going to be Cody Durden via decision or Bruno Silva round 1 or 2 submission. And I did pick Cody Durden earlier in the week, but I think I might be pick flipping. Give me Bruno Silva to submit Cody Durden in the second round. It is what it is. All right. So let's get the next one pulled up. You guys don't have anything to say about that one. So we'll move on to the next one. We've got Kynan Krachewski taking on Kurt Hollowball. Second time in the UFC, Kurt Holobaugh. And this is another one that, yeah, I just this I like Kurt Holobaugh to win this fight. Let me put it like that. Currently, Kurt Holobaugh plus 114. The dog, Kyan Kontrusky, is minus 130 for your favorite. Yeah, this fight is odd. Once again, I do like Kurt Holobaugh to win just because, I don't know, I've seen him not get killed in the middle of the octagon in his last fight. Elvis Brenner absolutely demolished Kyan Kontrusky in his last fight. And yeah, just, excuse me, just not a good look. Even though in Kurt Holobaugh's last fight, he got absolutely controlled by Trey Ogden for 3 rounds in his last fight because he just decided to spend time off of his back. The thing is, that's not Kyan Kontrusky. He's a striker, and he's going to do that. So giving Kurt Holobaugh the fight that he wants, he just pressures forward and, is constant with the jabs and, short hooks, things like that. Yeah, I like the UFC vet to probably win this fight via decision. So the dog, Kurt Holobaugh, plus 114. I like him to win. Kurt Holobaugh to win this fight via decision or points is currently plus 400. I don't hate that. I'm sure you can check the 3 or decision as well, but yeah, I don't have the most confidence in that fight. But Kurt Holobaugh decision is the way I'm going. No, this was the guy. This is the guy, Sungwoo Choi. His face is a different color than his body. I don't know. Maybe it's the Korean guys. I don't know. Like, do they put makeup on just their face? I mean, I guess that's where you just put makeup at. Are the Korean dudes wearing makeup? I don't know, because their face is a completely different tone than their body, and you would expect it to be darker, if they're getting sun, but these Korean dudes, why is their body darker than their face? It just looks odd. It throws me off. I don't know what it is. We've got Sungwoo Sting Choi taking on Mean Machine Steve Garcia. And yeah, this fight, I did not notice earlier in the week that this fight was at 145. I just assumed, Steve Garcia was going to be fighting at 155 now, but looking back at his 145 fights being Shailin and Chase Hooper, Jesus Christ, he absolutely murdered Chase Hooper down at 145. And I just, the way I've seen Sungwoo Choi get dropped by Mike Trezano like 2 or 3 times in that fight, Sting just doesn't have the best chin in the world. And if there's one thing that Mean Machine Steve Garcia has, it's absolute thunderous power. For 145, there's going to be a knockdown in this fight. I believe this is your co-main event now, by the way, as well, because the Iron Turtle versus Brad Tavares, that fight ended up falling off after both fighters made weight. So this is now your co-main event. Steve Garcia minus 154, Sungwoo Choi plus 130. This is a pretty good co-main event. I'm not mad at this fight. This is honestly probably the best fight on this card. And yeah, my play for this fight, if just to be safe, under 1.5 rounds. This fight will not go into the 3rd round. If you just want to be safe just a little bit, this fight to start round 3, no, minus 280, you'll be fine. I expect Steve Garcia to come in here and throw hooks with Sungwoo Choi in the 1st round, and one of the 2 fighters are getting knocked out in the 1st round. And I've just seen Sungwoo Choi have a worse chin, and I know Steve Garcia has the power to put people down. So give me Steve Garcia to win this fight via 1st round knockout. But another prop, if you want to play it, Steve Garcia knockout round 1 or 2 is plus 150. That's pretty much how Steve Garcia wins. So give me Steve Garcia round 1 knockout. Let's see if you guys have anything to say about this one. And then we'll move on to the next one. We've got Kenneth. I'm late, bro. Sorry if I missed any key picks. It's all right, Ken. We are about to go to the main event, man. So We'll move on to the main event, or I guess this was the co-main event, the Iron Turtle versus Brad Tavares. But apparently, after this and before after the weigh-ins and before the face-offs, Iron Turtle got sick, so the fight is now off. So we've got Rob Schneider taking on Amanda Lemos here, in who in the battle for who is the most handsome strawweight in the UFC. Just get you guys. We've got Verna Jandiroba taking on. Come on, you thing. Can you load for me, please? You were fine this whole time. There we go. Taking on Amanda Lemos. And yeah, I don't know why I expected Amanda Lemos to be the shorter girl, but the girls size up very well. Verna looks to be a little bit thicker, but she's the grappler, so that makes sense. But yeah, I've been on the dog all week. Yeah, Amanda Lemos plus 112, Verna Jandiroba plus 138. And here's the thing, you guys. Let me put it like this. Grappler versus striker, and the other one can't do the other thing at all. If this is on the feet for even 2 rounds, Verna's going to get knocked out. I know she's never been knocked out, but I promise you, if she can't get the takedowns and this isn't in a clinch and this is at striking distance for 2 full rounds, 10 minutes, Verna Jandiroba will be snoozing, laying down on the octagon. Amanda Lemos throws heat. Head kicks, hooks, knees. She throws fucking heat. But after 2 rounds, she's kind of cooked. On the other hand, the floor is lava for Amanda Lemos. She cannot grapple. Once she gets put there, I think she's just stuck there. She's not going to try to get up for the rest of the round. She has no defense. Or she has good defense. I guess we'll see how it goes. She was able to last 5 rounds not getting finished by Wei Li. But at the same time, she got standing arm triangled by Jessica Andrade. So what does that say? Who the fuck knows? Yeah, this one, as I said, it's going to go one way or the other. Let's be honest. It's I'm going Amanda Lemos knockout. And currently for that to happen, plus 240. If you're on Verna by sub, also plus 240. It is what it is. If you went either way, I wouldn't hate it. You probably shouldn't be parlaying up this specific fight, though, or a prop for this specific fight. Just pick a winner, pick your over or under, and just stick with it. It is what it is. Pick who you think is going to win and ride with it. This one could go either fucking way this weekend, but I am going Amanda Lemos. Let's say round 2 knockout. I believe all of her knockouts have came in the second round. Yeah, absolutely nuts. Yeah, so let's go back. I don't know why that happened. Let's go back to full screen now. Yeah, so let's go with MMA Master 2366. This card is manly, indeed. So with that being said, those were my picks for how I think every fight on the card is going to go. Prelims to the main fight. We went through the weigh-ins, face-offs, all that good shit. Let's get into the change to the cheddar, the picks. I mean, the bets and the parlays that I have. So from how last week turned out, you guys, I made a decision. Those props killed me last week, you guys. I was right on so many fights that my parlays got crushed on because I'm a fucking idiot and decide I can't just money line a parlay. I have to 3-year decision or finish or whatever. But the worst part is I'll be like 4 or 5 fights into like an 8-leg parlay and I lose on like the 6th or 7th leg. So it crushes me on the inside. But it's kind of what this show is. So this week we did something a little bit different. We've got a $20 parlay, just my strongest plays, the things that I think is going to happen no matter what. $20 parlay. We've got a $10 parlay. And as always, 2 $5 parlays. So, not going to be retiring this weekend or anything like that, but it'll be a good builder weekend this weekend because next weekend, UFC 304, I believe, in England, we are going to have some plays, and the UFC card game next week is going to be a good one. So, just bear with me this week, just a little bit. We'll get through to next week, and I promise you it'll be a lot better. So let's see. we got what's up, Jake? It's my bad. I'm in a different time zone. I've been playing the NCAA. What's up, Jake? Jake was in the Navy with me. Jake was my roommate for a few years. Jake's one of my best friends. Shout out, Jake. What's going on, brother? I'll try to hop on PlayStation with you after I get done with this stream tonight. Goodness gracious. So with that being said, let's get into the parlay. So hopefully, of course, it is blocking it, but it's okay. As I said, our $20 parlay this week, 4 legs plus 378. We've got Miranda Maverick, money line, Cody Gibson, money line. We've got Duho Choi versus Bill Algeo to start round 3 at minus 230. And the Steve Garcia versus Sungwoo Choi fight to go under a round and a half. Yeah, that's my 4 best plays this week. Parlayed them up, and I'm pretty sure that hits $20 to win 95. So that's our first one. And I'm really hoping that hits. That's our biggest bet. So our second one, all right, let's get this off the screen so I can see what we're doing. Our second one, this is one of our $5 parlays, just 2 legs and just 2 things that, I think happens. And, we only need $5 to win 82. It's definitely a solid builder, especially for us trying to bet a little bit bigger next week on the pay-per-view. We've got Hyder Emil to win by knockout in round 1 or 2, and Steve Garcia to win by knockout in round 1 or 2. Parlay those 2 up together, put $5. It'll get you 82 and 88 cents if it does hit indeed. So we'll move on to our next one, which is I think the $10. Nope, it is a $5 one. This is one of our 2 $5. Wait, hold on. What is this one then? Okay, that's $10. That's just the money line. So our other $5 one this week is $5 to win 199 and 80 cents. It is plus 3,896, and it kind of goes with that first one that I showed you, but just kind of risking it a little bit more, maybe parlaying up a little bit more. But as you see, I'm putting $5 on it. This one ain't 20. We've got Miranda Maverick 3-year decision, Cody Gibson 3-year decision, Bill Algeo 3-year decision, and we threw Kurt Hollabaugh in there 3-year decision as well. So $5 on that to win 199 and 80 cents. And our biggest one this week, but I did put $10 on it. It's just my money line picks. This is what I probably would have won on last week if I just would have put it together, but I'm an idiot and I didn't, and I wanted to put the props. But here we go. We got Thomas Peterson, which I think beats Muhammad Usman. We've got Luana Carolina, which I think she's going to beat the fragile Lucy Pudilova this weekend. We've got Miranda, Fear the Maverick. Once again, I am totally biased, so it is okay. It was the first UFC fighter that I ever met, so I am completely biased in picking her in that fight, but she is a pretty big favorite, and so I'm probably justified in doing so. I believe she wins the fight. We've got Cody Gibson to win, Bill Algeo to win, Hyder Emil as the dog to win, and finishing out Kurt Hollabaugh. So as you'll see, they ain't got nothing to do with that main event. I don't want anything to do with that fight. It's going to ruin my bets. If I bet one thing, it's going to go the other way. I might even put 2 bets. Amanda Lemos knockout, Verna Jandiroba sub. If we win one of these, I'll probably throw something on it just to see what happens. But those are the 4 bets that I have this weekend. So just one more time, I'll throw them at you guys. We got a $20 one that is plus 378. Right there. We've got 2 $5 ones. We've got a 2-leg and then a 4-leg. And then our biggest one this week is $10 to win 725, but it is a 7-leg, but it's all money line. We're not getting fancy with props or anything like that. We'll just, just be happy if they win. So with that being said, those are the parlays this week. We've got Jake saying, "No worries, brother. Glad I can be here to support you." Hell yeah, Jake. You're my guy. I like the conservative parlay this week. Gotta be Tim. Jessica Sublamhosh on the. That is what I said indeed. Kynan looked looked good at weigh-in. And he joined Fighting Nerds. Interesting. I did not know that. Well, that one might be the one to ruin my parlays this week. We'll find out, Tim. I just don't like the way that he got killed in his last fight. So yeah, not a good look. So with that being said, that's going to be all for the picks and everything this weekend. Let me show you guys the prize, and we'll talk about what fight we are going to yeah, we'll talk about the fight. So once again, I'm gonna forewarn you guys that not the best cards this week. I try to have fighters. I try to have cards of the fighters fighting. Wow, I need to grab something to drink. I try to have cards of the fighters fighting in this weekend's fights, but a lot of fighters don't have cards, or they're just not the best fighters in general. So I did what I could this week, and I also went into my personal collection to pull out the last card, because this card was in my personal collection because I'm truly a fan. So just going to put that out there, that this last card did come from my personal collection. So for the members, as always, on the community tab, I'll show you guys what to do after I show you this, but this will be the prize, and also 2 packs from any of the blasters that I have remaining. You guys know how it works, but yeah, so the prize for this week is going to be Luana Dread Carolina. That is I believe that is called your Prism Refractor from 2024 Chrome. And then we also have the Sepia from 2024 Chrome. We've got a Sting Sungwoo Choi rookie card from 2024 Chrome. That is your purple parallel, not numbered, hobby exclusive. And then your X-Fractor, same card, rookie Sting Sungwoo Choi, 2024 Chrome X-Fractor. We've got a Sepia Senior Perfecto Bill Algeo from 2024 Chrome. You guys will like this one. Look at that. 2023 Optic Verna Jandiroba. Ooh, watch out for her. And she's going to be taking on Amanda Lemos this weekend. Rookie Silver Amanda Lemos. We've got the rookie Red Wave of Amanda Lemos, both from 2023 Prism. We've got a 2024 Chrome. I believe this is the magenta or maroon from 2024 Chrome. I don't know. It is hobby exclusive, not numbered. But yeah, this card did come from my personal collection, my rookie autograph collection, because I'm a fan of Amanda Lemos, just because she's an absolute killer. So this last card, autograph, rookie autograph, 2023 Prism for Amanda Lemos, came out of my personal collection, given to one of you guys. If you can, predict this weekend's main event correctly. So I'm pretty sure you guys knew that was coming. So main event this weekend is Amanda Lemos versus Verna Jandiroba. So that's what you guys will have to predict. So let me share this, and as always, we'll talk about how to win, as we always do. Sometimes I don't, and I don't get as many entries. I like when you guys enter because it's fun. I like to interact with you guys, and I like to have a bunch of entries because the more entries, that means we got members. I can give better cards away, so on and so forth. And we're getting close to the end of the month right now. 19th, I will have to plan the. So I'll probably plan the members will spin for the 30th of July. If you guys are watching and you're members right now, you can expect the wheel spin on the 30th of July right now. But yeah, that's not what we're talking about. So just like every single week on the I believe, so it's called the post tab now, not even the community tab anymore. YouTube has changed what it's called. So on the post tab of my YouTube, for members only, it'll be a picture just like this of Verna Jandiroba and Amanda Lemos. I'm sorry for the jump scare that it'll probably give you when you come across it, because let's be honest, Verna looks absolutely crazy, but it is what it is. That's how she looks. She's a fighter. What are you going to say to her? So it'll be something like this, weekly predict the fight. And what I'm looking for is something like this, as I always do. We only use the exact score or the time if there's a tie. And if there's still a tie, then we'll either duck race it or we'll spin it off. So once again, tonight after the stream, just keep an eye out on the post tab now here on YouTube for a picture just like this of Verna and Amanda Lemos. And yeah, put your prediction down there and then come back here Monday night to see if you won for this week's Predict the Fight game. Well, you'll know if you predicted correctly. Yeah, so with that being said, that is main event for this weekend for the weekly Predict the Fight game. I showed you guys the cards, and then once again, even if you don't like those cards, you still get to pick 2 packs from any of the blasters that I have down here. So even if you don't like those cards, the chance you can get something even better out of one of the other packs, and vice versa. Even if you don't get something good out of the packs, at least you get an autograph and some other cards of active fighters fighting this weekend. But yeah, sorry y'all, not the best card in the world, not the best money-making card in the world, but I truly brung y'all my best plays, and you guys see, I don't really make $20 parlays too often just because I don't feel too great about them. But this card in specifically was one that I wanted to take a step back on, look at, and be like, hey, we're not going to make $1 million on this card. Let's be honest right now. It's not going to happen. This card's ass. Props, fights could go any way because truly a lot of fighters on this card, if they lose, are probably going to get cut from the UFC. This is probably the end of the road for a lot of fighters here. So keep that in mind, that a lot of these fighters are trying to hold on to a contract after this weekend. So these fights could go either way. And, I say this every weekend. You shouldn't be betting a shit ton of money on this anyway, because at the end of the day, it's a fist fight and anything can happen. So if you're betting money that you cannot afford to lose on this sport, get some help. Please get some help, because this sport is absolutely nuts. At any point, it could change just like that. Like, unless you're betting like a big plus number, okay, cool. But trying to parlay even 2 like minus 150s or minus 200s, good luck, because all the time they lose. So I'm thankful every single time I'm able to win just one of those 5-6 legs, something like that. I'm like, hell yeah, it happened. And when I'm able to share it here with you on the channel, it makes me even happier. And we've done it this week. And we've done it. Hopefully we've done it this week. I'm speaking it into existence, and we've done it this year multiple times. I'm just hoping that we can turn it back, do it again this weekend to build for this upcoming weekend. Nothing crazy, just some builders hoping to hit. We're owed a little bit after this past weekend. We've got Tim saying, nice card, indeed. UFC knockout next release from Tops. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. As soon as we have a release day, I'll be here shouting at the top of the world, letting you guys people know. Verna kind of looks like Sideshow Bob. I don't think I know who that is. I know she looks like Rob Schneider. You can do it. Like Rob Schneider from Waterboy specifically, when he's on the stage, I was like, cut his balls off. Like when he has the hat on, that Rob Schneider specifically is who Verna looks like. It is odd. So with that being said, you guys, I don't think I'm going to stay on here anymore. 10:50, I've been on here about 50 minutes or so. Gave you guys my picks for every fight on the card. Prelims to main event. We went through the weigh-ins, face-offs, let you guys know my thoughts and opinion on every single one of the fights. Midway through the show, gave you some parlays. A $20, a $10, and 2 $5. Once again, not the best betting card this weekend. Just hoping to build for this upcoming weekend at UFC 304. And lastly, did the UFC Predict the Fight game for the members. So once again, on the community tab, the post tab for the members exclusively, predict the main event and win some cards this weekend. So with that being said, Let's see. Riley says, "Oh my God, we got Jake. Sideshow Bob is from The Simpsons." All right, Jake. I had no idea. I wasn't the biggest Simpson guy, Jake. Have a good night, guys. No peeps. I'll send you some later, Jake. All right, guys. And with that being said, catch you back here Monday for the Monday recap, 9 p.m. So if you predict the fight correctly, please be here so you can pick your packs. And then we'll go over. We'll see if we get to wear the Cheddar chain or not. See if we won or not. So with that being said, if we win, I'll pop up here with that on. If not, it is what it is. With that being said, truly appreciate all of you guys for stopping by here, hanging out with me, Matt, here tonight for Change to Cheddar. Let's make some money this weekend. But once again, please be safe out there, y'all. Don't be betting a shit ton of money that y'all can't be affording to losing, because at the end of the day, it's a fist fight. Anything can happen. With that being said, I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.